Hi there, welcome to Elementary Music with Donna. I am Donna Rhodenizer. I have a song today for you that is about orcas, and conveniently enough, it is called Orcas. This song was written for a 5-year-old vocal student whose absolute passion is orcas, and the music teacher was not able to find a piece of music about orcas for the student, and so contacted me, and I have created this song. I'll sing it for you first, and then we'll talk about it and see what you can do with orcas with your students. Orcas have a whale of a time swimming in the ocean blue. Just for fun they breach to the sky and belly flop down kaboom. Orcas have a whale of a time swimming in the ocean blue. Just like peas they live in a pod. I'd like to be an orca too, wouldn't you? So this very simple song is constructed with a young singer in mind. There are 2 very short verses. The first phrase is the same in both verses, so it makes it a little less lyric heavy. There is a short re-intro between the 2 verses, giving you a chance to have a little bit of a breather, but not long enough to give you time to fidget. And the range is narrow. It's only a fifth from a D to an A, which is in a great range for those young emerging voices. There are some musical concepts you can work on within this song. You can talk about expressive singing if they want to do kaboom as a stronger sound, or belly flop and peas in a pod. There's lots of great expressive singing opportunities in the song. The very last, wouldn't you, could actually also be spoken if you prefer, wouldn't you? And so they can add a little bit of dramatic flair to the end of the song. The phrases themselves, orcas have a whale of a time, descending line, so you can talk about descending line, swimming in the ocean blue, ascending line. So you can also look at the vocal score with your students and talk about the rhythms that they are seeing there. The quarter note, eighth note, dotted half note, note values are all that are there, so it's not complicated. You can clap that rhythm with them. You can talk about sustaining a beautiful vowel sound on the word blue when it lands on that dotted half note. And you can talk about expressive singing, using those words to tell your story expressively as you are telling the audience in a song all these interesting facts about orcas. This song works well as a solo piece of music for a vocal studio, but you can also use this in an elementary music classroom. If you had young singers and they could sing the song first, you might want to put the instrumental track on and have them do some movement. They can pretend to be orcas swimming and doing belly flops and acting, dramatizing the song in a music classroom. You can do that in a vocal studio as well. If you're going to do something about belly flop, I know I have another song where penguins are doing a belly flop, and the first time I sang it with my students, they decided they needed to fall on the floor for the belly flop. So I will give you a heads up on that one. If you want to do some movement and action with them and you don't want them to fall on the floor, be proactive and talk about the fact that let's go like this for the belly flop instead of landing on the floor. That's up to you. Maybe it doesn't bother you if you fall on the floor, but when I had a classroom of 25 young students, I did not want everybody falling on the floor. It was very chaotic that way. You can also spend some time before you sing this song introducing the topic of orcas and have the students see if they know anything about orcas. Orcas are also known as killer whales, which sounds really fierce and ferocious, but they are not known to have ever killed a human being. But they are called killer whales because they are a species that actually eats other whales. And so they do go for big things when they're eating. And they've actually also been known to go after the great white shark. I think it's a great white shark. I have it in the information that's included with it, just to be totally accurate. But I think it's a great white shark. So they're not ferocious, but they're also not scared of other creatures in the sea. The thing I found fascinating about orcas is that the children, the offspring, stay with the mother for their entire lives. So these orcas live in pods, family pods, and I expect the family pod grows bigger and bigger as the babies are born and then stick around. Orcas can live between 50 and 80 years old, so they actually could conceivably get quite large in their family pods. So there's lots of information that you can look up and make a connection with the subject of the song before you sing it with the student to get them hooked into the idea of the song and then sing it, or to sing the song and then send them home and see if they can come back with some information and some facts about orcas. There you have a simple song for young singers. If you are looking for this song, you can find it at DonnaAndy.com under the Songs and Stories tab. There will be printed music for you as the teacher with the piano accompaniment included. There is just a simple one-page vocal score for the student if you wish them to not have a whole bunch of music cluttering up their score. There are printed lyrics, and there are some of the teaching strategies that I talked about in this video, all for you at DonnaAndy.com as a downloadable PDF. Wherever you are with your students, if they enjoy singing about orcas, I hope you enjoy singing my orca song with them. Have a great day making music, and make music a great part of your day.